Alrighty. Um, haven't made a video in a while, uh, due to a factor of a working situation. Didn't have time to make videos. I didn't have the equipment that I needed. I wasn't at home. That and also being lazy is another factor. So I'm gonna do a review. So this is gonna be an annual review of my first year full-time trading, um, and the percentage return I think that I believe I received for myself. So mind you, this is first time. This is the first year full time trading. I started August 15th. It's August 24th. I was going over these past couple of days of the past couple of days. I've been going over through my data from my broker, from TraderView, calculating borrow fees and software fees and things like that. So I'm gonna get down to like the hard numbers. So with that being said, I'm gonna talk about the overall market and the positioning. So I have no positions currently right now. I actually just got stopped out of all of them. I had NBIS. I bought it here. I got stopped out. I think around here, 66 something. Um, and I had MP. MP on here this day here. I bought it that day. A little late, but I bought it that day, and I got stopped out right around here this day, the second day. Um, so now leading up to this down day, these down days in the market, especially if you look at the Qs, and if you look at like Palantir, Hood. Hood, I got stopped out. Actually, I had Hood too as well. I got stopped out this day. I think I got stopped out this day, or I might have got stopped out this day. Nope, because I rebought it here. I got stopped out like this day, or one of these 2 days. I think it was this day, honestly. Um, you know what? I'm lying. I think it was this day, and then I held it like till the morning to see what was gonna happen. I sold it, but so as you can see, they all broke underneath the 10 and 20 day. Leading up to this current market period, especially with Palantir, a lot of people were very negative and bearish. Some people were calling for a top short term. I listened. I heard them, sorry, but I didn't listen. I tried to let price action tell me what to do. I didn't want to panic sell before, and the market just rip in your face. So, and I heard a lot of talk about IWM, the positioning IWM and QQQ. It's extremely long in the Qs, and it's very, I think it's the large speculators. I don't know, whatever. I heard a lot of talk about this, um, and I didn't want to trade this because I didn't, it wasn't my idea, although it's working, but I didn't really want to trade it. I was looking for small cap stocks that were gonna go up instead of actually trading this, so to say. But anyways, anywho, so I'm out of positions. I let price action tell me what to do. I didn't want to let social media and people being fearful in the market tell me what to do. So although the market has bounced right back, it did stop me out. I, straight up, it stopped me out. I didn't panic sell. I didn't sell too early. I let the price action tell me what to do. Now, I mean, there's a ton of setups or breakouts, as you can see. So ONS is a good one. PGY I think still needs some more time. Or you could, I don't know. I don't consider this for me in my trading. I wouldn't buy that. SLDP. I mean, there's just so many good stocks running. BE. I missed it on this day here. I was just too timid to buy it. Um, yeah, like I've been having a confidence problem with these. Just confident. Zeta I was gonna buy on the dip here on this day and this day here. Didn't buy it. Got weak and then bounced right back up. So these are gonna be all on watch. IONQ. I think I was watching this one more for a short. PRCH perfectly right through. I didn't trade this one. Didn't touch it. VSAT same thing. Didn't touch it. Teed up. Was too afraid. Didn't buy it this day. Uh, due to earnings. But it didn't even buy the earnings as well. And then I didn't buy this. So it's very timid. Webtoons didn't buy this either. I saw it. I saw the news with Disney, and I just didn't buy it. I was just scared. It just sucks. CLS. This has been just on watch. NBIS. Coming right back up to the 10 day. It's really nice. Laser didn't buy it as well. We're getting more for a short. OUST, just this one just on watch. Tilray, uh, some news about Trump and reclassifying marijuana. So I have some of these. Actually created a watch list, a weed watch list here. The ones that reacted to the news, as in Sundial, Strong. This one's also pretty strong. Tilray, and then so whatever. Where was I? Tilray, and then Credo. This one's just been chugging along. Didn't buy it here. uh, Hinge, just waiting for this one. A recent IPO. It's got some good growth, very good growth. I think this can do pretty well, do very well. Hood, I'll get back in this one. This has been my darling stock. I've had my biggest win on this stock, so it's great. Palantir, just sitting there watching. This one I just have it on watch. I don't really know if I honestly haven't done enough research on this. I saw that they were gonna, Amphenol nears $10.5 billion deal to buy CommScope's broadband unit. It has a market cap of 3.3. I mean, now I don't understand this deal, so I'm assuming this deal is more like a buyout offer. Um, but if the market cap is 3.3, I'm sure there's like a lot of debt and loss of money going on. So I don't really know. Lemonade looking great, right at the 10-day. HSAI was just on watch because it looked like it was breaking out, and then I mean this one hasn't been able to do anything for a couple months. I mean, yeah, I mean from the lows it's gone up 115%, but look how choppy this is horrible looks, right? This hasn't done anything, and then breaking out this late in the market cycle, in terms of all the other stocks that have broken out, it's not. I wouldn't say it was a healthy buy, so I didn't end up buying it. Thankfully, I didn't, so I got stopped out. A-Lab, this one has been an absolute, oh shoot, sorry, absolute monster. Didn't buy it here, and didn't buy it here. So waiting for this one to set up. And then NNN, NNNN, sorry. I think this one's like a Chinese scam stock, so this one I've just been stocking for like a month. Yeah, 1.5 months. I was at one point I was like, well, every time it gets above $54, $53, I'm just gonna short it. And I've ever since this candle here, or I'm sorry, this one and then this one, I haven't done it at all. So like this here, I haven't shorted it here, not even here, not even. So I haven't even touched that one. ZEP, I had no idea what this thing was originally. I just saw it moving, and I had no idea what the news was. Also, didn't want to buy it. Um, in this area. Actually, I'm sorry, I lied. I saw it in this area, but I knew earnings was coming up, and I didn't want to touch it. So, um, yeah, they haven't fixed this. They haven't fixed this yet, but I just had no idea what they were. They make wearable technology, like a Whoop, and they make watches, like the company Amazfit. Have you ever heard of them? They're kind of big in like the high rock space and like CrossFit space. Not really CrossFit, but like all that type of space, that hybrid. The Garmin's competitor, Whoop's competitor, Koros, all those competitors. Zep Zep is the, I guess, parent company. They own Amazfit, so they make a Whoop. They make a band like a Whoop. They make watches and stuff like that. So this, the earnings came out, and I guess they were fantastic, and I just didn't buy it. Yeah, house. Looking at the real estate market right now, especially with these rates coming up that are expected to be cut. So this is one of the best, highest ADRs, most liquid names out of the residential names, residential real estate services or real estate services. Sorry, you can see they're kind of perking up, but we'll see how this goes. Also, the cleanest looking chart too. Wolf, just been didn't even touch it. Had no idea what this news was. I'm gonna be honest with you, just didn't understand it at all. Other than that, Google's taking 8% stake. I don't know. Just not even paying attention to it. Invis kind of has a nice setup here. Um, yeah. So MP will buy this again. Definitely buy this. I think this has huge potential. Especially with this news coming up here, or is previously here. I think this has huge potential to grow. almost like double or triple, I think, within the year, to be honest with you. This has such good tailwinds. I mean, look at this. Look, if you can read this news really quickly. Um, Deal with Apple. They're building a new rare earth magnet plant with the Department of Defense. I mean, this is a lot of good tailwinds. Reddit didn't buy the earnings here. Um, just you know, an idiot. Newegg. I mean, this one has. Talk about a perfect stock for like flags. I mean, this thing here has had like 4 perfect flags. This one, I mean, it's kind of like cherry picking here. I mean, down here, I'm not touching this thing. I don't know. I don't know. But look at the, so my thing was after doing a review on this stock, look at the volume that came here. I think the most volume ever on this stock in its entire life. Yeah, look at this thing. This actually, well, this day here too, but this was 3.1 million. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Let's see if I can go over. Yeah. So the most amount of volume on the stock ever in its entire life was on this candle here. This one here. Um, that should have told me something because I was not paying. I was paying attention to it, but not sure. Um, like everyone or like Kolamagi says, the worst stocks have the biggest moves, and this 100% confirmed it because this here, right? This is a little bit of cherry picking, right? But the volume on this candle that came through was insane, right? And there's more, set up a flag here again, very close to what it got stopped out, almost got stopped out. If using this breakout low of day, you would have almost got stopped out, but I mean, it just continues to go higher. And then, tiny a tiny flag here probably looked better on the hourly. Broke out of that candle, riding the 10-day, undercutting it, right just below it, and breaks out again. I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful like flag. And you can kind of see these high momentum, high ADR stocks. They'll have like these blow off, come back down to the moving averages, and then go sideways. It's kind of like a mid. I don't know what you call it, but like a mid-level flag, not like a high-type flag. And he's done it multiple times here. Look at this is the way the stock moves. You see like a little blow off, mid level, take breakout, and then blow off, kind of mid level breakout. This was like high tech flag here, same thing here, and then I mean this is still intact. Like you'd still be in this thing. You'd still be in it from this breakout here. I mean you'd be up at one point 287%, but you'd still be up, pretty large. So that's about it for what's on my watch list. I haven't done a full. I know China's doing well. I saw them doing pretty well. If you want, I mean, yeah, whatever. So this is like a review, whatever. Like, look at these Chinese stocks just been moving. So these are ones to watch. Anyways, going back to the yearly review. Oh, sorry, I just moved in my seat. Annual review of my first year trading, full time. I'm gonna look at the statistics and the data that I have for my broker, like I said earlier in the video. So I'm gonna show you. I don't think any of this is like pretty bad, but like I don't know if it'll. Nah, I think it should be fine. So first things first. As you can see here, I have it August 1st to August 28th. I didn't trade for the first 2 weeks of August. 15th was like my first trade. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you can show it. Let's see. I don't know. Anyways, I can do it in the trades here. Sorry. If I go to trades, if I go to date here, it should be. I see August 15th ASTS. Cool. This is when I was doing some write-ups with it. Boom, boom, and then the last date here was August 18th. So about a year, just over a year. So we're gonna do some. I'm just gonna do a review, look at the reports and trades, and see what I can do better and what I've done wrong. So this is the detailed report of how much I've gained, how much I've lost, just like the statistics of my trading. So, and also I put it into Perplexity to understand what each. I mean, I understand what everything means, but I want like in-depth review of what actually was talked about. So, all right. So if I scroll up here, So I submitted in my data and I told it to analyze my trading stacks and give me a review. So total gain and loss, it was around 13. So I think this number is a little off in terms of total gain. This takes into account, I believe, commissions and fees, but I still gotta bring up the borrow fees and the price of the software in terms of my broker, not including exterior costs. So profitable overall, which is the most important thing. Yeah, great. My starting capital was like, I ended up doing the math. I think it was like $26,481 or $26,481. So it ends up being like, I think it puts me over just 50% in terms of, I think, gross, but not net. So we'll do the math right now. Profit factor of 1.31. So mildly profitable, but gotta get up to 2. I don't really pay attention to that much. Either the Kelly number, I don't really pay attention to that much either. My win rate is around 24%. Average winning trade is $842. My average losing trade is $208. So even though I lose 75% of the time, my winners are 4 times larger than my losers. So I think it's pretty great. This means you're essentially running a low win rate, high risk reward strategy. Correct. This works, but it demands patience and emotional control. I have learned that the hard way. Very, very hard. So trading consistency and variance, trade P&L, standard deviation, $736. Max consecutive wins is 6. Now this max consecutive losses is 19. It was a brutal time. I think I had videos about it. I think it ended up being more like 27. Honestly, it was bad, horrible. And that was like in February, January to February, leading up to when the tariffs came out, stuff like that, and the market got really weak. So I stopped trading. So that ended up saving me a little bit. Winning trades, average hold time 8 days. Losing trades, average hold time 15 hours. I think that's caused from like slower stocks getting me out later. Usually it's like a couple minutes to a couple hours max. This is kind of, I think, a little wrong, but it's all right. Scratch trades 4 minutes, so great sign. You hold winners much longer than losers. This is exactly how to maximize positive expectancy. Yep, but 15 hours on losers suggests you still hesitate to call losses quickly, which I have no control of that because I have a hard stop. So whatever. I'm not manually taking them out, so that's fine. Average daily volume. So I think this is because I don't trade every day. Yeah, that's a lot of shares. Though. I don't think I buy that much shares that often. But also, I think that's buy and sell. So I think it's like 1,600 I buy and then 600 sell. Total commissions and fees was $1,800. I think that's taken into account already in the right here, total gain and loss. I think that's already taken into account. So because the math doesn't add up, I'll tell you why. Right here in a little bit. So statistical strength key ratio indicates decent consistency and equity curve slope, but not exceptional. That's fine. Probability of a random chance, 13.1% suggests your system edge is real but modest. And I think that has to do with me and my the edge is there in the system, but it's me myself causing that edge to be reduced. Just being scared. Honestly, just being scared. Yeah, because there's so much opportunity this past 3-4 months. It's been insane. So summary. This is a summary of what overall profitable, biggest win ever, 3 times bigger than biggest loss, which is good. The biggest loss was just mental. It wasn't even part of the system. It wasn't a system trade. It was just me like crawling, trying to get back my losses and just blowing it up. So that's very much a review of my trading style this past year, my first profitable year, first full-time year as well. So that's kind of good. I feel there's a lot more, just so much more to improve on. A lot more. I think honestly, if I was a good trader, I would probably 3 to 4x my account because the market's in the Q4 2024, and I guess halfway through Q2, and because it was in April, and then Q3 has been absolutely insane. So I think a really good trader, like a really good trader, 3-4x is their account in this type of market environment. Um, but the really stressful part about all this is that most of the money that I made was in Q4 of last year. So if you go back to my trader view here, and I can show you, I don't know if I can here, the cumulative chart. So 815. So I made a little bit of money. You can see till September, and then I lost it all. Went negative. So I went under PDT, and I think this is when I kind of went under PDT. Yeah. 'Cause I started with 26, so minus 1700 would have been 24 something. So I had to put in another 1500. So then I restarted again with 26,480 or 26,5, and then that's when I went on this kind of pretty big run here. And then I was up this much, right? Which is I think it ended up being like 65% or something percent, and then I would proceeded to go like on a huge drawdown. Um, you know, half I lost half of my gains for the year. And look, see here, January 13th to February. I'm sorry, to February. So February 20th was here. February. Okay, okay, all the way to May 8th. I was in a drawdown, and then I kind of reclaimed it back. But still, you can still see here, it's still in a drawdown. But so I lost half of my profits, as you can see, within 4 months of the beginning of the year. And if you look at the overall market, you can see here in February. So the market was going sideways since January, whatever. So this was kind of like right around the time where I was starting to draw down, and then I stopped trading at around February, and I got back into like the 28th of April, and then in May I kind of like bounced back. So I was in a drawdown this whole period here. Mind you, I didn't trade half of February, all of March, and majority of April. So that's I think helped a lot with my drawdown. I had to actually get a break. So you can see here, I lost half of my profits, which is pretty gnarly. This is like my first time ever being profitable, obviously, because it's my first, profitable year. But this is like I really learned a lot here in terms of forcing trades, being overconfident when you do make money. As you can see this period here, forcing trades was the main thing I learned here. Don't try to force trades. If the market is not giving you the opportunities, then don't force them, because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go in a really, really bad drawdown. So I lost nearly half my profits there. And then since then, I've been slowly trying to regain them back. Honestly, it should have been like a double or triple my account this market period here. But once again, you can see here overconfidence and sizing up. You kind of see here, okay, made the money back, sizing up, overconfident, okay, relax, and then buying again, and then overconfident again. So you can see this kind of this cycle that I'm going through is making money pretty quickly and making it on good trades, and then getting overconfident, sizing up, and forcing trades again. Not letting them come to me. You kind of see it. It happens here again, and then here again. So you can see as a P&L chart. Right. So I started the account with 26,4, 26,5, and if you do the math, 13,654. That ends up being 30. Let's do the math. Sorry, I wanted to be specific, and I'm going to use a calculator because I don't care. I want to be specific. So I started with around 26,481, I think the exact number was. And then you add 13, what is this? 13,658. 13,654. 654. So my count should be at this right now, which was the same amount that I was in January. Actually, I had more in January. You can see here. Um, yeah, I had more in January. So this is the thing I'm trying to that I'm very furious about is how I didn't make so much money here. The thing is I was being very timid. Um, I just didn't know what to trust. I'm trying to do more studying and just being really timid. I guess that's what I have to say for myself. Um, here's a visualization of the drawdown here as well. Um, yeah, and I think I really underperformed. Uh, really underperformed this period of the market, which has been this here, right around here. I've cut some great trades, but I've also lost a lot of money on forcing trades again, and it's something I really need to work on. Um, yeah, but going back to the calculator, here, where's the calculator at? I think I deleted it. I did delete it, but all right, let's do it again. 18654, right? So roughly should be this, but if I show you this file here, so this Excel file is is it the clean version? Yeah, no, this is it. Not clean one. So this is the data that I received from my broker. I extracted all the trades. I went to the activity section in my broker and extracted all the activity from August of last year, same kind of time frame, August 1st through August 19th, I think it was, or yeah. So August 19th. So, anyways, so looking at these numbers, you can see the trades, the buy, the sell, what the symbol was, the description of the company or the name of the company, the price of what I bought the shares at, and then how much it cost me. So this amount is I took out the commissions and stuff like that because this amount here it takes into account the commission. So if we look here for the yen, this is not P&L, but this I could do this. So this is the total amount that it cost me for the trade, and then you just add this one, which is like the sell side of it. So that was my P&L for the trade, right? Not very clean to do, but just I didn't even. It was too hard to figure it all out. I had TraderView kind of do it for me. But TraderView also doesn't take into account this cost here. This cost here, the 1744, is the amount it cost me. So here, the software, July 2024. That's how much the software cost me. July, and the reason why I get July is because it was in the August statement. All right, so that's why I got charged there, and then borrow fees. Now this is like mark to market, but this has nothing to do with anything. But I still added it in there because it'll cancel it out. Anything here is like extra fees and costs of software, borrow fees, and then I think 3% interest on the balance that I had. Let's see. Yeah, see. So you can see I went under PDT right here. So I think I technically started with a smaller account because if I think I wired in 1500 right here. No, I wired in 1500 on because this is the balance of your account. It doesn't not the full balance if you were invested and stuff like that. So that's wrong. Anyways, um, going back. What? So this is $1,744 of extra cost that was taken from my account, straight from my account. So my account balance right now is minus 17. Was it 44? Yeah. Um, let's see. That's almost exactly what it's off by like $80. My account, this size. So that's my account should be at this size, but if you include the expenses of my broker and all the borrow fees and everything, it's at this value currently right now. But like I said, if you look at the P&L chart, I'm still clawing my way back from a drawdown. So not there yet. So this peak here shows you how much, you can see the numbers here. I'll be open. I don't care. Shows you how much more I was up in terms of the account size. So my account should have been like, I think at the peak was like 43, 40, 42. Because you gotta take into account the costs of every month of software, and so it was like around 42, 43 at the peak. Um, so if you do the math, let's do the math again. So we go 20, we go 43, 1, 2, 3, divided by, let's do the quick math, 20, so I have 24 plus 26, 41. So that was a 62% return within like the first August, September, October, November, December, January. So around the first 5, 6 months of my trading, I was up 62%. Now, it's not that bad. I mean, that's fantastic, right? But I've really underperformed these past couple months, and I'm really frustrated with it. Now, overall, in the year, I'm gonna do the net value of the net value. So I guess you know what? This does take into account. Sorry, hold on. Let's go to reports. Sorry. So I think this does take into account the. No, I want this detail. So I think this does take into account the software costs and all that stuff as well. Because if you do let's do the math once again. I'll do it all on the calculator here for you guys. 2641 plus. Okay, so it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't take into account. I think I just did that. That's what I just proved to you guys. Idiot. So it doesn't take into account the cost of my broker and brawl fees. So, but it doesn't take into account the commissions and stuff like that. So that's completely fine. So with that being said, let's do the math once again. What my account is at. Fuck it. No, I did it right. 26. So around 45% return. I think the other day I was like at 53 when I did the math. But yeah, so around 45%, almost 50% return for the first year of full-time trading. Will I take it? Yeah, I have to. But mind you, I was up 63 at the peak, which was in January of this year. So for 7 months, 7 months I've gone sideways. I've gained my money back, but like I said, it should be a lot more. A lot more. I mean, I think hopefully I can get better. Study more with the intention, and then I can see some growth. But yeah, there's a lot of I think stocks that can give me a lot of opportunity. I believe I just have to start pulling the trigger. Ons, no, I missed it this day here. Was too scared to pull the trigger. PGY, missed it this day. So yeah, I think I got a lot of work to do. But yeah, I just want to do an annual review of my returns and all the stats on my data. Um, and just seeing what I can do better, what I can do more of, what I have to reduce more of as well. So I think that's it for the video. Being just fully transparent and open. So yeah, all right, see you guys.